Today's look is what I would call an evening glam, and I've used the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a very well-worn palette, but I'd love to know your thoughts and let me know what you think. Starting this makeup off using the Banish Vitamin C Cream. This is a really nice, lightweight, brightening moisturizer. So I'm just placing that all over my face and down my neck and along my décolletage as well. Now bear with me with the lighting. I have got new lighting, so I'm just trialing a few things. This is also a Banish product. This is their Instant Lift Brightening Eye Cream. So I'm placing that under the eyes and over the eyes. I always place the residual on my lips. For my primer today, I'm going to use the Embryolise. This is the Hydrating Primer. This is great. This can be used as a moisturizer as well. So I didn't really have to moisturize with this product because it is very hydrating. And as you can see, it's a lot thicker than most primers, and it's beautiful and it sinks into the skin. Now, the paint pot that I'm using today, this one is a MAC paint pot. And I normally go for Painterly, but today I'm using the soft ochre. So I just use my finger to place this over my eyelid and press this right in, right the way from my lash line, right up to underneath my brow. Now I'm going in with the Revlon foundation. This is the Colourstay. This is a full cover foundation. I thought with this look being more of an evening glam that I needed a more full coverage. This one definitely gives me that full coverage. I'm using the Crown foundation brush and I'm just pressing that in. As you can see, I'm just working it into my skin and really creating quite a heavy coverage. So just pressing that in. And this product really, it moves really far, as in just a little bit will actually go a really long way. So all along the jawline there, making sure I get my ears as well and down the sides of my neck and really blending that in. And you can see that I'm just really working that into the skin and it's just going quite a long way. Used a little bit more for my forehead, same thing, down the nose and across the forehead there. So, and I'm also going to put some, because I've got the broken capillaries on my chest, I'm also going to make sure that I get my chest as well, just to really complete this look, because the chest is quite obvious that it is uneven. So this way it's just going to even out my complexion. For the contouring, I'm using, this is the one that I have close to hand, and it's the Holme Beauty. It is the light medium contour stick. It's a creamy bronzer. And as you can see, I'm just placing it down the nose as well. And I've done that big number 3 for contouring. So just along the temples there, under the cheekbone, and a little bit along the jawline. I do place it quite high up on that cheekbone. I feel that just creates some more lift. So it's really quite personal how you want your contour or bronzer to look. And this really just frames the face, gives it that little bit more warmth. I have to be quite careful because I do tend to get it into my hair there. So because my hair is quite light, and I will wash that off with a little bit of water later on. And along there, and I've also done down my nose as well. It is quite a big brush for this, but for now it seems to work quite well. And then I'm now going in with some concealer too. So I'm going to do everything on my base, all the creamy products on my base first before we head into the eye makeup. So I'm just placing this where I'd like to enhance and really bring forward. This is a great little trick under the cheekbones there to help lift, using the same brush. Now I know it does have a little bit of that contour product on, but when you just press it in like this, it's not mixing the colors up too much, and it is keeping that product nice and light. And just pressing it up. I'm going to use a more detailed brush for under the eyes. I like to lighten that inner corner, and I like to sort of drag the residual just underneath the eye and the rest of it on the outer corner. I feel if I have too much concealer just under that eye, it's just going to sit into my lines and creases. I'm using the Power Brow from Rumi Cosmetics for my brows. I love this. It's just such a nice, easy product to use with the little spoolie wand, and I just comb that through my brows really nice and quick. I also always use another spoolie wand here just to brush it through. I just like to make it look a little bit more natural. Now, this is the Modern Renaissance palette. It is an old palette for me. I do need a new one. I'm placing the lighter shade on the inner corner of my eye and also just up under the brow. That's called Tempera. This shade that I'm using now is called, I'm just trying to figure out what it's called, Billion Fresco. It's a really nice sort of mauve light purpley shade, as you can see, and it's in a matte. So I'm just using a fluffy blending brush and I'm just blending it into that crease, into that outer corner, up onto the brow and right into that inner corner of the eye. I've gone and done this twice, so I've picked up some more product and once again just concentrating it onto that outer corner and blending it right the way through to the inner corner of the eye and a little bit just under that lash line there. So just really blending that through and working it in. Now we're going in with, this is called Primavera. This is a gorgeous golden shimmer, as you can see. I'm just using a flat brush here to press that in. I find it has a little bit of fallout, so just really important to press it in so you don't get too much fallout under the eyes. So just pressing that in, and that really helps to make these eyes pop and give that evening glam look. Now I'm just sort of buffing off the edges there. I always like to do this afterwards. Right in this outer corner, I'm placing another shimmery product, powder. It's called Antique Bronze. So it's got a bit of shimmer and I'm just placing it in the inner corner and bringing it round. Then I'm using the darker brown, and this is called the Cypress Umber. And this is just going into that corner to create some drama and into the crease. And I'm using quite a detailed fluffy brush just to really pull it along. And then going back to my original fluffy brush just to soften off those edges. This is the Rumi Cosmetics and it's the black eyeliner pencil. These are so nice and soft and creamy. So I'm placing a little bit of that black right into the inner corner there, and then I'm going to place it along the outer corner here and just give myself a very, very small baby wing. I'm also going to run this just along that bottom lash line a little bit and then up into the tight line. Does look strange, but just gives you that drama on the top of the eyelid there. Once again, running it into the lash line, creating that tiny little baby wing, using my finger to sort of smudge that out, and then coming back in and connecting it. Again, underneath and then into the tight line. It helps to really create weight to the eye. The mascara that I'm using today is by Prometics. This is in black. It's a really nice mascara and it really helps to separate the lashes but also add some volume and length to them. I'm using the Holme Beauty Empowder powder. It's a setting powder. It has two shades, medium and dark. It's called medium dark, but it has two shades, a light translucent and a dark. I use the light translucent under my eyes and I'm just using the Maybelline City Bronzer just over that contouring that we did earlier. And just making sure I get everywhere that I contoured down the nose and just really setting that area in place. For the lips and cheeks, I'm using the St. Renais. This is called Genoa. It's a gorgeous pink shade, and I'm just using my fingers to place this over my cheeks and giving myself a little flush of colour, and then using my finger again, placing it over my lips. So I really hope that you like this look. I'm also going to go in with the Blossom. This is a pressed powder by Youngblood and just really enhance those cheeks. And last but not least, I love to place a little bit of the blush just through that eye socket line there to soften the eyes. Let me know what you think.